Alex, welcome to the National Honey Show
Thank you.
2024. And you've brought your fabulous paintings with you. So, we're going to talk about how you got here, what you're doing with your paintings, and what you've got that's really, really special for us. So, please introduce yourself, tell us something about your background, and your invitation here, and something about your paintings.
Thank you, Val. It's great to be here. I am an artist. I am also an art historian, and I love playing and technology. So this came about, most of this series came about from drawing at the Fitzwilliam Museum, Dutch flower paintings, my absolute favourite period. And I saw Dutch flower paintings, but a lot of them in Holland were tipping over. So I thought, well, I'm going to work on the idea of this tipping point. So this is a Dutch flower painting, but it's tipping upside down. It's falling to the ground. And I was working with scientists and trying to understand a scientific modality for this picture. So I chose static. I will explain all about that later, but this is what this picture's called, and it's called static charges.
So you're looking at more than just the actual flowers themselves and the depiction of them. You're looking at what they're trying to do and how they're communicating with insects.
That's exactly. I am interested in the sensory modalities of exactly how a bee or a pollinator interacts with a flower. So this particular modality is the static charge, the floral electrostatic charge. I've also created works about scent and temperature and conical cells, the grip bees need. And this is static charge. I've also looked at visual, how a bee sees a thing, but this is my one that I love the most.
So we've got several of your paintings downstairs in the exhibition in the show, and this one is pretty spectacular because it's so large. Tell us something about how you constructed it.
So it's from drawing, but also using Photoshop. I then draw it full size. I then transfer it photographically to 2 silk screens. So each silk screen is about this big. I then have to screen print it half size, and it has to match perfectly. And then I paint it. And the reason I paint it is I want to use UV paint, because UV paint is, we know how insects see, actually, and birds as well, but how a lot of things see. So I'm just playing with the idea of what they see, but with a dark background. So that's, is that explaining it? I hope that is. Yeah.
Would they see it against a dark background?
No, not necessarily. In fact, a lot of the bees we think see in a kind of muddy colour. It's actually quite muddy. So I'm playing. It's quite a lot of play.
So it's a representation.
It's a representation. Shall I show you the UV?
Do.
Okay, so this is a UV torch, normally used for animal urine. You probably don't want to know that, actually. Okay, so you can see it picks up different colour effects. And in the dark, fully in the dark, it's a bit like a disco effect. And I think that's funny. So there you go. That's what I was picking up with. But it's very, very thin paint. You have to paint each of these colours about 6 times because it's almost translucent, the paint. But oh, shall I try it again? Yeah. There you go. Do you see? It's much stronger in the dark. So this is a grasshopper, because there was a grasshopper in the original Dutch flower painting. There you go. Okay.
So that's really interesting.
It's funny.
And this painting has another feature as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. So all my work has augmented reality, such a brilliant and playful thing. And I'm using augmented reality to describe the science. So we're going to try and give it a go. I work with an amazing team of animators. So as much as I'm trying to work with the individual icons, I need somebody who can do the putting it all together and make it technically work. They're called Zuba in Bristol. Very lucky to work with them. They're absolutely fantastic people. So I have to have somebody who does that interface.
Right. So this isn't just a flat painting, is it?
No, it's 3-dimensional, and we're going to try and make it work. Yep.
Right.
Should we try and make it work?
Try a demonstration.
Well, we have to hope this is a first. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, so
Well, let's just be clear. This is a first in a studio.
Yes.
It works
Yes.
in real reality
Yeah.
downstairs
Yup.
in the exhibition.
But you have to have Instagram on your phone. If you don't have Instagram, it's not going to come up because we have to filter it through something. Anyway,
This is the technical
we're going to
side
give it a
of
go.
things.
Yup.
So you're going to see on the screen the QR code.
Okay. So the first thing you need to do is open your camera, not your Instagram, but camera, and don't take a photograph, but just hover it against it, and it should come up with a Instagram pop-up, and you click on that yellow little Instagram popper. I hope it's working. We don't know if it is, but if it does, fantastic. Then you take, and it'll whirl in front of this picture. Do I need to turn the picture around? You're okay. So it'll whirl, whiz. Give it time, keep it still, and you come up with this little icon. I'm hoping you can see that.
At the moment, what we can see on the screen.
Maybe you need to hold. Maybe
is the actual,
need longer.
Show it to camera.
Show it to camera. There you go. So it should be showing static.
It's showing the picture popping. The screen's gone a bit dark at the moment. You might need to just refresh it.
Oh yeah, sorry. Do you want to take it?
So the picture is.
And as much as you move around, it should change. And it should come. Oh wait, hang on. It's got your hand, Val. You've got your hand in the way.
I've got my hand over the camera. Sorry.
Yeah. Is that working?
Yes, the picture.
The thing that I love about augmented reality is it's fun, but it actually depends on where you move.
A bit dark.
Okay. There. Where you move. The thing about augmented reality, it actually takes physical movement. I'm hoping you can see this, guys. Yeah, so the grasshopper's popping up and down as if it's ready to drop the vase over. There you go.
That's right. Yes.
I think it's fun, but I mean, this is science. Can I explain the science? Because that's what it's all about. This is the exciting bit, because this is fun. But actually, so I worked with scientists at Bristol. Okay, so this is quite exciting. What they've worked out, this is why we love bees. They're so complicated. So a bee, and I don't think they'll do it to these little tiny flowers because they're not open enough for the bee. But the bee, let's pretend this is the edge of a petal. A bee flies through the air and picks up a small amount of positive charge, and the flower petal in the wind is negative, and it'll approach the edge of the petal at a slight angle, and on its tummy hairs, it feels the pull like you would with static charge, and it feels it on its tummy hairs. And if it feels a pull, then it will enter into the flower. If it doesn't, then it knows it's been recently visited because the electrostatic has pulled away. Isn't that amazing? So you sometimes see bees going to a flower, hovering like this, and then zooming off because they don't have time to enter into it. Isn't that wonderful? So this is called fluoroelectrostatic charge, and it's been scientifically recognized. They also use static, of course, for when they buzz inside a flower, then the pollen flies to their positive body as well. So there's two ways they use static, which is just divine and complicated and beautiful, and you have to witness it to understand the science. Have I explained it okay? Does it make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. So I wonder, you can see how it approaches the flower, and yeah, because they're always hungry. I just think that's wonderful.
So we've got your beautiful paintings. We've got the UV side of them to explore. You can visit the exhibition downstairs or any of Alex's exhibitions. You can bring your phone. You've got to have the latest version of Instagram installed and you can explore.
Yeah.
And your paintings are also sometimes for sale.
Yes, just need to get in touch with me. Yeah.
So you can get in touch with Alex through her website. She's got a wonderful website.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing you at the exhibition, and we hope that you will enjoy coming along and having a play.
Thank you. I hope so too. Thank you. Thank you.